and today I'm going to be doing a demonstration video on how to set, how to overhead pass, how to forearm pass, and on how to block. So we're going to start out with setting. Now before we even touch the ball, the first thing we want to do is we want to get our feet right. So you're going to start about shoulder width apart, or is it better if you see this way? So shoulder width apart, and if you're left hand dominant, you're still going to want to put your right foot a little bit in front of the left foot. That's because if the net is right here, you're not going to want to put your left foot in front and tip it over the right foot in front. And mainly when you set, you're going to be using a lot of your legs. So when you set, you're going to bend your knees, and next thing we do with our hands, put your hands on your hips, and then bring them above in the same way, the same crinkling of your wrist above your head. And the next thing, make sure you have a triangle with your hands, and that's crucial because you're going to set with your fingertips. You're mainly going to be setting with these 3, 4 fingertips depending on how the pass is. So when you get a pass, you're going to bend and push up, and the last thing you're going to do is you're going to extend into a Superman. So, just to use the ball now, you're going to bend and up. Now, one little tidbit, when you set, you should be setting above your head where if the ball falls, it hits your head. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to talk about overhead passing. So this is when the ball comes from a serve, but you don't want to pass it. So it's very similar to setting. First off, I'm going to have my cameraman throw me the ball. First off, before you even do anything, make sure you know how to do this. So you're going to bend your knees, and the serve will come at you. You're going to move your feet to wherever the serve is, and then you'll put your hands up, and you'll pass. Make sure your hips are facing where your target is. Otherwise, if you're facing this way and your setter's that way, it's going to be really hard to get the ball to your setter. So after you bend your knees and you set, this is the difference between setting and overhead passing, is that you want more firm hands because this ball is coming a lot faster than a pass. It's a serve. So make sure your hands are nice and firm, otherwise you're just going to go flimsy and it's going to go behind you or it's going to shank somewhere. The first contact of the ball, you're allowed to double it because this is not a set, this is an overhead pass. If you somehow hit it twice on an overhead pass, that is legal. Just make sure you keep firm hands and make sure you pop it up and in front of you. So now I'm going to demonstrate what it should look like. So just throw it high and kind of hard. Okay. And that's kind of an idea of how it should look. Granted, I bet a lot more. On that, you probably want to pass it with your forearms. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about is forearm passing. Thank you. So, okay, again, start with shoulder width apart legs. Your right foot is going to be a little bit in front of your left, and you're going to want to get in what we call a stance. This is very similar to football, basketball. You're just going to bend your knees and make sure that you're low. Otherwise, if you're standing like this, it's going to go either up, depending on the direction of your hands. When you're low, you get more control. So you're going to stay low, and the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring your hands together. I do it this way. I've seen it done this way, but I like this way. I feel like I have more control. So you're going to bring your hands down like this, and you're going to want to pass. But when you pass, you're going to step into wherever your pass is. Also, the ball should hit right here, not up here, not here, that hurts, right here. So you're going to pass and up. If it's a free ball, you'll want to put a little bit more on it, so you'll kind of swing up. If it's a serve or a dig, you're going to just want to stay low and pop that sucker up. So, if I can have my cameraman throw me the ball again. And that's an example of a pass. Do it again. And make sure you step to the ball. That's very important. Step to where the ball is going. Make sure that it's high and it's a ball that a setter can set. Now the last thing we're going to do is blocking, and I don't have a net in this gym, so we're just going to demonstrate on the wall. The wall is going to be our net. So with blocking, the first thing that you want to do, we're going to talk about hands first. Your hands are going to want to be as wide as you possibly can get them because you cover more surface area. So if you're blocking with one hand, that's not correct. You're going to want to have both hands either like this. I've had coaches teach me like this. I've had coaches teach me like this. And I feel like this is better. So thumbs facing angled up. Now, when you block, you're going to come down, bring your hands down, and you're going to extend and jump as high as you possibly can. If you're a middle blocker, you're going to want to have fancy footwork. Then you're going to go outside. The footwork is turn, step, cross, hop, and up. So on the right, it's turn, step, cross, and up. Now the last point I want to get on about blocking is that when you want to block, you're going to want to, what we call banana. When you go up, you're going to want to press into the block so that you can have the, if the ball hits your hands, it will go down instead of up and off your hands. And also, this is mainly for left sides or right sides. If you're on the left side, you're going to want to turn your hands towards the court. So if you're on the left side, you're going to turn your hands like this. If you're on the right side, you're going to turn your hands like this. That way, the hitter cannot use your straight block against you and hit it off your hands and out of bounds. So thank you for watching my video. Hope that I taught you something. And go have fun and practice volleyball.